Hey, welcome back. For the past few weeks, I've been teasing you about a comparison video between the Filofax Pocket, this is the Holborn model, and my little Traveler's Company passport size everyday carry notebook. And this is that video. So I finally got around to it. I bought this for my wife. She has a little part-time hobby business, a cake decorating business. And I thought this might be helpful for her. So we will take it apart and look at it and compare the build quality, the price, and if you're considering which one to buy, maybe taking a closer look at each one might help you decide. Okay, let's get into it. We'll start with the Filofax. Came in a really nice box and really well wrapped. Presentation was pretty good. The leather on this thing is beautiful. It is so nice and smells so nice. I caught this, I think it was on sale for about $80. So it's pricey, they're expensive, but there's not a missed stitch anywhere. And you can really feel that this is really top quality leather. It came with a 2024 planner and 2 weeks on one, is it 2 weeks? 1 week on 2 pages. And I think that is pretty adequate. I usually do a week on 1 page in my little passport here. So I think this would be plenty for her to schedule appointments and different cake projects that she's got coming up. And it's got a lot of little features like these dividers and a to-do list, different kinds of paper, I guess to give you a sample, and then you can order more. And there's this little plastic envelope here. I'm not real sure what that's for. There is a pin loop, and the pin loop has elastic on it. So it should fit. I've tried different pins. It's really tight on a lot of pins, but I think it will kind of break in and fit. Like this is a Pilot Explorer, and that's not working. So anything smaller than that, probably. I did try my pencil and that worked really well. So something like this Pentel 209 is perfect. Probably a Parker Jotter. Let me grab a Parker Jotter. I would say that will fit easily in there and looks good too. So I think as this breaks in, it will be a lot easier to fit pins in there, and you could always just clip it on there. There is a zippered pocket inside of this pocket. That's not very deep. It's probably 2.5 inches deep, and the zipper is pretty smooth. Seems to be a good quality. It's YKK. Even the stitching inside here is really good. There's no missed stitching. So there's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket here, huge pocket. There are credit card pockets for 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. There's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. Maybe that's why they call this the pocket, because you're not going to stick this in a pocket. I can stick this in my back pocket. If I'm wearing dress pants, office attire, this will fit in the front pocket, although it bulges. But it will definitely fit in my back pocket and in a jacket pocket. This has to be a pretty sizable pocket for if you're going to stick this in it. It's considerably bigger, and because it's a binder, it's not flexible like this. It's got a lot of bend to it. I can sit on this, and I do sometimes. You're not going to sit on this, not comfortably. The snap is really good. Everything about this is just oozes quality. The smell of the leather is, it's like a new pair of shoes. It smells and feels really good. This leather is smooth. And, I thought this was smooth until I felt this. This is buffalo leather, oddly enough. And it's made in the UK, I believe, and I didn't know they had a lot of buffaloes in the UK. No, it's made in India. I could have swore this was. That's probably an English company, I guess. I don't know. But made in India. I'm sure that Neil can tell us. I first became aware of these by watching the YouTube channel Flatability. And I will link that channel in the description. And he has every kind of Filofax you could think of. Any topic on Filofaxes, he's covered it. So if you want to learn more about Filofax, check out that channel. So let's take the inserts out and we will look at the rings. And I've already done this when I'm setting it up. And no surprises. The rings are a really good quality too. There's a little ruler. It's plastic, but it's a ruler. The rings all match up. I mean, there's nothing misaligned or cheap feeling about it. I mean, you're getting what you paid for, I think. I think you're getting an $80 product or $100 product. I'm a little confused about the pricing though. The personal size are running about the same size as this. The A5s might be a little bit more, but not percentage-wise of the amount of leather and work that must have gone into it. They're not that much more. And they sell a mini size that's a little bit smaller than this passport size traveler's notebook. And it's about $100, unless you get, they have some models that are faux leather that are less. But if you get a real leather Filofax, you're going to pay some money. But I don't understand why the great big ones aren't a huge amount more than the pocket size. I'm not complaining. There's probably a very good reason for it. Maybe because these are more popular than the bigger ones. I don't know. Supply and demand. But that snap feels good. I mean, it does not feel like that snap is going to wear out anytime soon. I chose the Holborn because it's got this kind of extra leather here. And I just thought that looks like there's some more, more going on aesthetically. It looked better to my eye. And some of them have a kind of a large snap loop, and that didn't look too attractive to me. But the Holborn, I thought looked really nice. So let's take a closer look at this, and I'll compare the prices. So keep in mind that I got this for about $85, if I'm remembering correct. And I paid about $45 for this, but I spent another $10 or so on this plastic wallet. Came in a bundle with the plastic wallet, came with this binder clip, and came with a cardboard craft folder, which I'm not using. So I've probably got maybe $50, $60. Also, I bought new notebooks. It came with a plain notebook, and I like dot grid, so I bought dot grid. So I probably have about $60, $65 wrapped up in this. I have an emotional attachment to this. I really, really like it. And that part hasn't worn off yet, so I'm not ready to move on to something else just yet. I will eventually, because that's what this channel is about, and I need to explore different things. But right now, I'm still hooked on that. But I think a Filofax might be in my future too. I like the rings. I like the idea of having something that can kind of lay flat. And I like having pages that you can take out and move around. You can't do that with this. So I mean, it makes sense. This makes probably more practical sense as an organizer than this does. But I just like this. It just feels good and it's simple. But I really like this too. I could see myself doing this. Let's take this thing apart and see what you're getting here for not a lot less money. Okay, so about $50, $50, $60 for all of this, and about $80. Definitely a good value, I think. Leather is expensive, and paying people who know how to work with the leather at this level and to do this kind of quality work with, I can't see any mistakes, costs money. And I'm willing to pay for it. And this is just a flap of leather with some elastic. So, and a little tin clasp there to hold the elastic in. I like this. I like the simplicity. I'm not knocking this, but wow. I see why these are so popular. I really do. So a lot of the cool kids are moving from Traveler's kind of notebooks to rings, and I could see myself doing that in the future. Not too soon, but soon. Maybe the beginning of the year, I might hold out and then move to something like this, or at least try it. Really like it. Amazing, amazing quality. Beautiful. It's got an F stamped there. And the leather is stamped here. Filofax Holborn Pocket Organizer Deluxe Leather. And yes, that is really deluxe leather. That feels so good. If this were a shoe, I would wear it all day. It's really, really nice. The downside, it's not flexible. This is flexible. This is pliable. You know, you can throw it around, you can sit on it. You're not going to break it. I've dropped this on pavement more than once. I've thrown it around. I've stuffed it in bags. There's nothing to break but a rubber band, really. And that's easily replaced. This, I could see this holding up for years if you took care of it. But it is a mechanical thing. And, you know, mechanical things eventually wear out. Of course, so does leather. And certainly rubber bands too. But definitely, for the price, if you could pick one of these up for $80, $85 like I did, I think you would feel like you had spent your money well. So I may borrow this back from my wife from time to time and show you an update of how she is organizing her cake business in a pocket-sized Filofax. And of course, we'll do updates on this if I can ever figure out how to put it back together. And we will catch you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.